Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. Thursday Hoops. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against Ray Allen and the Boston Celtics. And we send you out now to Boston for opening tip. Kevin Harlan is standing by.
And 2K Sports. Now let's check out the State Farm starting lineups. First for the Timberwolves, Luke Ridnour, Wesley Johnson in the back. And it's Darko Milicic locking down the middle. He's a big part of that presence down low. Then there's Beasley, and it's Love in at the 4 slot. And then for the Boston Celtics, Rondo and Allen make up the backcourt. And fill in the paint, the big guy, Jermaine O'Neal. They utilize his abilities to maintain that presence under the rim. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the power forward. Pierce kicks to Allen, and it's Johnson picking him up. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Pierce. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, the Timberwolves were only 10-20 against the East last season. They say the West is a dominant conference, but not when you're talking about the Timberwolves. They were a tough team.
Now, here's Ridnour. Here's Johnson. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Timberwolves on D. It's a 3-point game. Well, for the Timberwolves, they've never managed 25 wins in the 4 seasons since they traded away Kevin Garnett. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take to rebuild this team?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while, Kevin, because, you know, the one building block you can say they have is Kevin Love. You know, we'll see how Ricky Rubio does. We'll see if any of these young draft picks that they picked up this year can improve this team. But seems to me they're still at least a couple of years away.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. They'll be up against a very smart team on the offensive end, and he knows they'll have to be on top of their game to keep up with them on that end of the floor. The coach said that he emphasized communication on defense, as they'll need to be on the same page to get the stops necessary. Guys, let's see if they can do it.
Thanks, Doris. So keeping the opposing shooters in check, guys. They're making that a very high priority right now.
Easier said than done, though. I mean, they've got a lot of sharpshooters and guys that can fill it up.
Yeah, the big thing is you want to challenge every shot. I mean, you just can't give these guys airspace because they'll make you pay.
Rondo dishes to Pierce. Over Johnson. Again, Pierce missing.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early. He did what he could to try to handle that pass, but that was too hard to handle.
Allen for the 3. Good. Allen's got 6.
Ray Allen's shooting form is admired league-wide just for its beauty and its consistency. Shoots the ball with such great rhythm and flow.
Now here's Beasley. Passes to Love. Nice move. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Garnett. And it's interesting, Doc Rivers, Clark, talked about, you know, everyone always looks at the form. What Rivers says he thinks is the key to Ray Allen and his success, his footwork is absolutely tremendous.
It's brilliant, and it's so efficient, and that's where it starts, from the ground up. But it is a beautiful shot to look at.
Oh, it is a sweet stroke. Oh.
It is a honey sweet stroke. Picture perfect.
And he's always working.
Always. Well, he's refined it. I mean,
he
has really refined it, and it doesn't happen by accident.
But don't you like when guys bring up to the public, and certainly the media, about how hard guys work and how it's just the little things,
right,
the attention to detail.
You're right on it, Kevin.
And Allen is that kind of guy.
That is so. He's so meticulous, but there's great results that come from being disciplined and meticulous, and Ray Allen is an example of that.
And Minnesota has possession. Ray Allen picking up that last basket. This is to Garnett. Shot from the wing. Shot is off. Now the Timberwolves will take it the other way.
They got that rebound, but this is not how they wanted to start the game in terms of hitting the glass.
Yeah, it's about time they actually got a rebound. It's time to get physical here in this game.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Boston trailing.
Well, we all know what a fiery, competitive team the Celtics are, with Kevin Garnett in particular. And That's one of the reasons they were second in the NBA in technical fouls last season.
Love outside. He's picked up by O'Neal. Garnett against Beasley. Rebound by Ray Allen. And so speaking of the Celtics, you know, some have said, Clark, that they go overboard getting into it with other teams, players. And that wasn't your game, but take us inside that whole world of the player.
You know what? I don't know if the Celtics do it any more than any other teams. I mean, Kevin Garnett is very demonstrative, has been since he's been in the league, and that intensity sometimes spills over. And I always felt that you had to be who you were. You couldn't try to fabricate something that wasn't part of your natural makeup. So if you are a guy that's verbal and a jaw-jacker, then you've got to do it within the parameters of what's going on in the game. If you're not, then you can't be that to try to improve your performance. So I've always said, like the young folks do, you know, do me, be you. You know?
Shoots a fader. Oh, he put it down!
Hit a count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
at
good.
the buzzer. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Here's Rondo, looking for his first bucket of the game.
Well, Michael Beasley was a dominant power forward at Kansas State, but when he got to the NBA, he had to learn to play more of a three spot, and he's really become a great scorer. A little bit of a tweener, but an excellent scorer.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, Rajon Rondo, a quiet demeanor off the court, but on it, one of the fiercest competitors you'll ever see, and he's driven to be the best. He said, I play the game to prove to everybody amongst my peers that I'm the best. Hands down, no speculation. Oh, he may be top 3, top 5, top 10. No, I'm the best. You've got to prove it every night. Every night, somebody's going to be gunning for that spot. Guys, confidence and competitive fire, never in short supply for Rajon Rondo.
Thank you, Doris. What do you think, Clark?
Well, you can dispute whether or not Rondo's the best, Kevin, but the point is, he believes he is. And that motivates him to go out there and try to prove it.
Just 3 to shoot. A 3 ball. They grabbed their own miss. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Great awareness by fouling on that layup. Make him earn 2 points.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. I mean, send him to the line instead of giving up an easy 2.
Some changes for Minnesota. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Beasley. And it's Webster in for Wayne Ellington. More and more lately, Clark, you see teams looking for the, I guess, call them stretch fours, guys who can shoot from outside, power forward position. I don't know, maybe that's Beasley's future.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think he's got a chance to have an impact there long term. He is a bit undersized, not really a dominant post player. The one thing that surprised me, though, is he has not rebounded as well at the pro level as he did in college. And usually rebounding from college to pro carries over. So if he can put that back into his game and continue to expand his range and consistency, then I think he could be one of those 4 spacers, we call it.
Yeah. And here's Love, following the 3 from Ray Allen. Here is Rubio. And he banks in the layup.
If he gets a glimpse of an opening, he's going to take it right to the rim.
Allen for 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Love's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, guys, I think the Celtics actually came into the playoffs last season with a little less swagger than usual. I mean, losing Kendrick Perkins in a trade seemed to shake them up a little bit. And with Shaq really unable to contribute due to injuries, a team used to being big inside perhaps felt a little smaller.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Love. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Ricky Rubio. The Celtics on offense. Clark, you set the table there well with the Celtics and their injuries. That did play a role in the postseason, not just in the front court. The dislocated elbow of Rajon Rondo also factored in. Steve, that was a huge hit for that team.
Yeah, I was amazed that he was able to return in that game and continue to play the rest of the series. But it did limit him. And with Rondo slowed down, the Celtics had a tough time scoring. In fact, Miami really played him and Boston kind of 5-on-4. They didn't honor his offense, and it really cost Boston.
1:57 left in the first half of the game. Rondo kicks to Allen. Jacks up a three. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Allen's got 9 points now in the quarter. Rondo against Ridnour. The feed to Webster. Here's covering. Here's the three. Tolliver, no luck.
And Rondo's offensive production in terms of scoring took a little bit of a step backwards a season ago, averaged 11 points per game compared to 14 a game the year before. But, of course, his assist totals were up as well.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Doc Rivers likes Jeff Green as a possible starter going forward. He felt like the Celtics had to make a change after the Heat and Bulls made trades to change and reshape their roster. Though it didn't work out last season, it sets them up to be younger and more athletic going forward. We'll see how it all plays out by season's end, guys.
Thank you, Doris. With the Celtic stars aging, they need to get younger.
And I think Green is going to be a good addition for them as they reload to try to make another title run in the future. This trade was criticized a little bit last year, but Green is a very talented player, and with a full season under his belt with Boston, I think he'll be much better.
Steve was talking about Rondo's scoring. I think last year he made, a note to defer perhaps more as a scorer.
And I think he understands that with the weapons he has around him, Hall of Fame caliber scorers and Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, sometimes the best thing a point guard can do is get out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, another uncontested three there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up one, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Ridnour's shot is off.
I'm not sure why he's fading away. He could have gone straight up for that shot. He would have had a better chance of making it.
And so we conclude the first half.
Thanks so much for lending us some of your Thursday.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Now here's Rondo. 6-point game.
Well, the Timberwolves looking to get a win here on the road, and last season that was a major, major issue for them. In fact, only one team, the Wizards, had a worse record on the road.
Here's Rondo. Garnett against Love. And Garnett misses. Well, for those Timberwolves, Clark, how do you think they can turn around that road record?
Well, how much time do I have, Kevin? I mean, there are a lot of things that you need to look at trying to answer that. It starts with taking care of the ball. The Timberwolves had the most turnovers of anybody in the league, and on the road, you got to really value it. I mean, that's one way you have a chance to win on the road is if you maximize possessions and don't turn it over.
O'Neal misses.
He thought he made that one.
He sure did. I mean, it was an excellent look. It just didn't go down.
Allen against Love. Now Garnett defending. The three is launched. Love can't hit. Celtics leading by 4.
Look at Doc Rivers coaching them.
Oh! Up high! Down hard!
A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom. Boy, how about the touch on that pass? Lobbed it up there nice and soft, feathery.
Yeah, looked like it made Steve for a pretty easy catch.
Well, the pass may have been soft, but the dunk was anything but.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 10. Over Pierce. And again, Michael Beasley. Beasley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Now Rondo. Garnett backing down. The jump hook. And another basket for Boston.
Boy, he's been so dependable here this game, really playing well offensively. I love Kevin Garnett. He's kind of an old school player. He doesn't hug players before or after the game. In fact, a lot of people think he's sort of disrespectful, but he just wants to win. He is a nasty competitor.
Three-pointer, Ridnour. The Celtics with the lead, pushing it up. Allen passes to Garnett. The kick out to Pierce. And the Celtics hit again from deep. You talk about Kevin Garnett, and you just talked about his demeanor on the floor. One thing's for certain, and KG's between those lines. The last thing he's thinking about is making friends.
Yeah, he's got plenty of bark and bite to him, and some people are a little put off by it, but he's been that way pretty much his whole career. I don't see it changing. It served him too well.
Allen for three. Rebound, Minnesota.
He's usually a great three-ball shooter, but the defense disrupted him. Excellent work. He really got there to force that miss.
Totally agree. He really influenced that release, didn't he?
Beasley is called for a loose ball foul. That's his first foul. Pekovic checks in for the Timberwolves. Ellington comes in for Wesley Johnson. Celtics leading by 7. Here's Pierce. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. Pierce has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, if you want to talk about why the Timberwolves struggle and why they did last year in particular, defense comes to mind immediately. Their opponent shot 47% from the field and 37% beyond the arc.
And no one able to grab it as it goes out of bounds. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Garnett, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one. Well, the Timberwolves, and here's one for you, Steve, the 4th worst defense in the NBA last season statistically. Clark, clearly plenty of room for improvement.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a physical thing for him, Kevin. Good size and strength on the wings and inside. And it's all attitude, mental, disposition. You got to communicate, and it has to be a multiple effort. I mean, everybody's got to be on the same page, committed to playing defense.
Here's Beasley. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Rondo dishes to Allen. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. 20 points for Allen. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, and very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. I like the way they look.
That's good.
You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Outside, Pierce. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot before second violation. Some changes for Minnesota. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Beasley. Johnson comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Luke Ridnour. Love inside. He's against Garnett. And here is Webster over Pierce. No good on that last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double. Now as we get going here in the 4th, let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Kevin, for that great stretch the Celtics just put together, they get the Sprite Spark Award. They have had the answer for every defense they've had thrown their way and keep adding to their lead. There has been no let-up in play, and they should have a strong 4th. Let's see how it turns out, guys.
Doris, thanks. That run, Clark, really propelled them.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it got their confidence up and gave them the kind of swagger you like to see in a team.
Yeah, gave them the edge for sure, because look at the opponent. I mean, they are kind of down on themselves right now. The body language, not where it needs to be.
And the shot is good. Allen's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Celtics. And Rubio kicks to Randall. Unloads. And Wesley Johnson with the slam.
And the hot shooting continues, guys.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. They've mothballed the defense, though. It's all about offense today.
And O'Neal backs in. Pierce for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Kevin Love's checked in for Milicic. Tolliver comes in for Anthony Randolph. And it's Beasley in for Wesley Johnson. Now here's Love. He kicks it to Tolliver. To the middle. It's blocked. Celtics leading by 16. Allen passes to O'Neal. Pierce. Rondo dishes to Allen. Moving it around nicely. Garnett kicks to Allen for three. That's good. Allen's got 26.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
With the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
Yeah, and they've got to jump at the chance to actually stretch this thing out even more.
Good point.
Now, the thing you notice, you look at the stat sheet, they have a lot more assists. That's been a factor.
Yeah, I like the fact they're moving the ball. Less ISOs, more ball movement, more player movement. It's a fun style to watch, commentate, and to play.
Here's Webster following the score by Kevin Garnett. Clock at 6. 13 feet out. No good from Beasley. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
Some changes for Minnesota. Anthony Randolph is checked in for Love. Ellington comes in for Marjel Webster. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Ridnour with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Beasley outside. Over Allen. And that one is good by Beasley.
You know, for a guy like him who can light it up like that, that's too easy.
Outside Pierce. Allen for three. Can't hit. Got a piece of it. Kevin Garnett with the steal.
Excellent anticipation. As soon as that pass was in the air, he was on the move and picked it off. How about that, fellas? That was a small on big battle on the board, and the little fella came out with it.
Ridnour passes to Beasley. Pierce covering. Right block shot. And again, Michael Beasley.
You know, he can actually be dominant inside. I mean, it's impossible to push him around on the low block.
Allen outside. It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Allen. Shot clock at 6. Over Randolph. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Timberwolves trail by 16. Now, here's Ridnour. He feeds it to Beasley. Now Garnett defending. Puts up a 3. Tolliver, no luck. And here are the Celtics now. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Rondo kicks to Garnett. Rondo. Back to Garnett. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Darko Milicic, he's checked in for Randolph. Love comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And Wesley Johnson has subbed for Wayne Ellington. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Beasley outside. And Allen picks him up defensively. Shoots it. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Many folks ain't never heard of me, so I'ma introduce myself by using some hyperboles. Waiting for the day I get the silence I deserve. So I ain't talking accent when I